Oh, we are recording already?
Yeah, Greg added Craig in a long time ago because he was like, you always miss my funny parts. Well, no, I said that. So, TJ, you got the lead on this one because I only finished up to episode season 2 of Legend of Korra. I tried.
Same. I couldn't find it anywhere. Jordan just told me it's on Amazon TV, though.
It's on Amazon TV. I didn't know. I had to, watch it.
Everything illegally.
To say, yeah, I had to watch it.
I don't use alleged sources. Allegedly.
I'm just saying. I watched it originally legally, and I even downloaded the Nickelodeon app to watch the last season because they did not air it on TV.
They did air it on TV. We were talking about that. They aired it on TV one day. The whole season 4. It was one day, and they played the whole thing.
Because I remember it. I just knew I had swim practice. So
I remember when it first came out. They was like, it's going to be aired on our app. I was like, okay. They didn't want nobody to see the lesbian scene. That's all.
Yeah, let's go lesbians.
Lesbians.
Let's be honest.
I was like, why else would they not air it? That's what I kept thinking. I was like, why would they not air this last season?
It was too soon.
That's exactly what it was.
Well, we're already in the conversation. I'm not taking this out.
Yeah, we could just go ahead and jump right in it.
So, Benta, I want to say, before I do like intros and stuff, wait, let me do the intro. Then I'll get into this. Ready? All right. So, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Galaxy Greg, and welcome to the 14th episode of the Be More Nerdy podcast. By this time, because we'll probably do a double release, because I am such a shitty editor that I forgot to edit and post, and Benta would post it last week's episk, so it's no one's fault but mine.
I heard that. He said it was his fault.
It is my fault. It's 100% my fault. Now, my excuse being that work has been very long hours-y this week, but that's still no excuse.
I'm going to make sure you guys get what you all came here for, especially during this quarantine where you might need a distraction.
Because Black lives still do matter, and we're still talking about that every time we are here. So with me are my co-host Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies?
And DJ T Jones.
What's going on, everybody?
So we are back for our part 2 of our Avatar talk, and this time we'll be talking about the Legend of Korra. But before we get into that, I do have news. Lots of it. And I would like to also add that Benta, thanks for mentioning the Joe Budden podcast. Yo, I've been listening to that shit.
It's so good.
You never listened to it before?
I never listened to it before.
I've been addicted to it. I've been addicted to it.
I went back, got so addicted to it that I've listened to every episode, and I went and see them in person. Like I went to. Remember, I asked you to go with me. Yeah, I asked Greg to go with me. He didn't know.
When did you ask me to go see Joe Budden?
Back when did I go? I went and saw him for my birthday last year.
That's crazy.
I would have so went.
Last episode, I almost went up. Don't you know how they do for like the love of them all? I almost went up for the love of them all. Like Savon was like trying to take me, and my homegirl was like, "Go!" and I was like, "No."
Yeah, no. I started listening to. I was at work. I'm like, I need a new podcast. I'm caught up to all my other podcasts. Because also, shout out to the Working Title podcast. My boy Twan's on there. Go listen to them. They're on every platform. Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, and what is that? They're on Anchor as well, and YouTube. So go check them out. But I was like, I caught up to their podcast. I'm like, I need something else to listen to. So I'm like, all right, I'm listening to Joe Budden podcast. They had like 2 fresh episodes because they do like 2 during the week and then
Wednesday, Saturday. I just finished Saturdays this morning.
I'm behind. I haven't listened to this week at all. I'm going to listen to it.
I listened to that, and that hour and a half passed so fucking fast. Yo, let me listen to this next episode. Then I was like, damn, this shit's good. So I went back to episode 1. I think I'm on episode like 14 now.
Oh, wow.
Each of the episodes is like 2 hours. So I literally
they give you good content for 2 hours. And then, so you're back when was still in the show.
Melissa Mendez.
Yeah. Melissa. You gotta listen to it now when they joke about Joe Budden firing her.
Why did she fire her? Why did he fire her?
You gonna learn about it. So basically, what happened was she went to somebody said something. It was just a whole bunch of like he said, she said that ended up happening, but she took somebody else's side over the podcast, and so he fired her.
That's real. So, with that being said, shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. Fucking love you guys. If you ever hear this nerd shit, which I don't think.
Spotify needs to give them their money. That's all I gotta say.
Spotify.
They counting down that fucking episode, bro.
Yes. Spotify need to give them their money, man.
21 more episodes.
They gave Joe Rogan all that money. They better give Joe and Button that money.
He doesn't even really want to come back. Like, he be talking shit, like, left and right.
Yeah, yo, this past episode, the Saturday episode, he talked about getting fired. He like, look, if we get fired now, we'll make more money than if we finish our contract.
Hey, yo. That's fucking hilarious.
He started messing with Rory and Parks. He's like, I've been trying to get y'all to say the N-word forever now.
All right, so let's get into our newest segment on the Be More Nerdy podcast, the Be More Nerdy News.
The BNN.
The big nigga nuts. All right, let's go. So
You gotta come up with a new one every time.
oh, you want me to? I can do that. Bears, noodles, and noggins. There we go. All right, so the first thing I'm going to talk about on here,
We've all heard about it, I'm pretty sure. Nick Cannon being blackballed in almost all of TV and media because of his statement on his podcast.
The Jews run everything. What did you expect was going to happen?
TJ, you got quiet. You got some Jews looking over you, dog?
No.
wrong.
I spoke about this last time on the podcast last week when we were talking about how we need to organize and stick together. I said like the Jews do, and point blank period. They organize and they stick together.
Yep.
Like everyone else is saying, and I also agree. You cannot tell someone what offends them. So if they feel like they are offended by what he says, they are offended. Now, the rate of what they shut him down and got him out of there is absolutely ridiculous. And that's what I show that you can't say, because that's what started the whole world war with Hitler. He would put on that the Jews have power. That's what brought their persecution. The Jews caused this, the Jews caused that, the Jews is power. And they used the Rothschilds as like backing for that, because the Rothschilds is a very powerful Jewish family. And that's just them. You can't put that all Jews, it's like saying all blacks are this or all Asians are that. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
You just can't do that. So but you do show their rate of power by showing how they got him out of there. And Breonna Taylor's killers still aren't on trial yet. So
get them motherfuckers on trial, dog. I'm not sick of niggas saying it. I'm sick of seeing it and being like, yo, that's really still the case. Like, we didn't lock these niggas up yet, because that's my problem with it. But you are right. How quickly they did that shit, it was kind of scary, and it lets you know, like,
and
you fuck with the wrong people, you're out of here.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, even it, like, they're like, oh, he didn't apologize. And I get why he didn't apologize, and I feel like his apology was valid, and nobody should persecute him for the apology he did give, because his apology was fine. He said, I was spitting facts. Now, if these facts offend you, I do apologize about that, but this is the truth. And maybe my wording may have offended you, but I don't disagree with anything he said.
I have ultimate respect for the Jewish community. I am trying to get a job, so let me not get in trouble. But we do live in Baltimore, and we do know there is Jewish communities in Baltimore that will not sell to black people.
They won't. Look at Park Heights. Look at Park Heights in Baltimore. Literally, you can go down Park Heights and it is nothing but the city. It's the ghetto. The roads is breaking down, everything. You cross that line where the JCC is. All of that. It's beautiful. And I know the houses on that side of Park Heights is more than the houses by Shirley Avenue where Jenny used to live.
Yep.
Yeah, well, all right, you giving out a little bit too much information about our
I mean, we the Be More Nerdy. I gotta bring it back to the city. Like, that's just a prime example.
No, but that's real.
And it's not that they have, and it's not saying, oh my gosh, they have so much wealth. It's just that they stick together and they support each other. And that's why their wealth grows. Because if people who lived on the other side of Park Heights and our people who lived on the other side of Park Heights just put their money together and took care of that area like they used to, it'll be just fine.
Yeah, we don't take care of stuff anymore. We leave it to somebody else's problem. I read a book. What's the name of the book? It's by Mark Manson. I remember the name. I can't remember the name of the book. But they speak on responsibility, fault and responsibility. Yeah, something happens, it's not my fault. That's what it says. It's like, if something happens, it's not my fault, but it's my responsibility to fix it. That's one of my reasons I'd say I want to become a cop. Yeah, the city's fucked up. The city fucked up. There's a lot of things going on. It is not my fault it is the way it is. But as a human being, as a person living in this community, the place I want to see my kids grow up at and stuff like that, it's my responsibility to help out to try to make this thing better.
Even
I want to step back. Kids?
Yeah.
Now that's what's up.
Not yet.
I understand. Not everybody's right. I feel you on that. But look, that's a big turn from what you used to say.
The book is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson.
Oh,
I've heard of that book. Yeah.
I heard it's amazing.
It is. It's very good. Yes.
So I want to add to that and say that that's a lot of people's issue. Like when I used to catch the bus to go to school, I would always see like niggas. There was a nigga who literally took the burger out the McDonald's bag, ate the burger, balled up the bag, threw it on the ground, balled up the wrapper, threw it on the ground. The trash can was within arm's reach. And it's so crazy how people just don't give a fuck. And I picked it up and threw it away because it's like people really don't give a fuck until you hit this situation where your neighborhood isn't worth shit or is just destroyed and you just look around like, damn.
Well, that's what they talk about. So even in architecture, they touch on that. We call it the broken window effect. So you have a nice neighborhood. One window gets broken. It never gets fixed. So people see that area, that building as less than, and then they stop caring about. So it's almost like a ripple effect. So they stop caring about that. They don't care about that window. Now they don't care about that building. Now they don't care about the lot it's on. Now they don't care about the neighborhood it's on. And everything just gets trashed. And it keeps going in a downhill spiral because nobody took care of that one broken window. So it's like you have to take care of one thing and show like you have to show that it has care. And when you throw trash on the ground and showing it, you don't give a fuck. And it gives the next person the mindset to think, I don't have to give a fuck because I didn't fix it, because the person before me didn't fix it. And it's just...
Also, I want to speak towards the gangs. So gangs in the black community started out as a protection from the police department because we were being prosecuted by the police department.
They used to send kids to
police department was not originally built for us.
No, they used to raise money to send kids to school, make sure kids had books and things they were supposed to do. They did things around the community, kept the community clean, kept the community in line, and also protected us against, the police.
And we're not doing that anymore.
Nope.
Little kids are dying left and right in the streets. This summer alone, we talk about, 4th of July weekend? They had numbers of murders out through the roof, and even little kids. A 1-year-old was shot in New York, and it's like
that's what Joe Budden was talking about. Yep.
Yeah. Where are the gang leaders at? Where are they at to step in? Like, hey man, don't do that. Don't. Where are the OGs? Where are they at?
They talk about that a lot in the most recent episodes of the Joe Budden podcast. Where are the OGs to correct these kids and tell them like, hey, no, we don't do that. That's not what we do.
I think it's been lost. The code has been lost with all your OGs coming out. You guys seen the movie Superfly, right?
No.
You guys fucking suck. So the movie Superfly, basically the OGs would tell him like, yo, chill out, we don't do that. And like the one dude was like, he was the number 2 and he purposely stayed number 2 because everybody's always looking to get number 1. But this guy who was new in the game wanted what he had. And because he wanted what he had, he didn't listen to nobody. It's the new people who come in and they either want what someone else has or they don't care about how the shit came to be. Because you can ask I'm pretty sure we all know at least one gang member or someone who has been in the shit, and they will tell you like how it used to be. Like, we didn't go after women and children. If you wasn't a part of the shit, we left you alone. But now they will go to someone's parents' house and spray the bitch up for no reason, just cause.
But that's the thing in our community. They don't correct that because look at things like the mafia and different mafias all around different.
Oh no, they corrected that shit. They didn't give a fuck.
You had the Spanish mafia, you have the Italians, you have the Irish, the Amish. They all, when somebody gets out of line like that, they correct it within the organization. It don't spread outward. They correct it within the organization, get that shit right, and it keep it moving. And that's the thing. We don't have we don't check and balance each other no more. Like I remember when we used to go over mommy and daddy's house, and we could go outside and nobody be outside watching. I mean, not nobody. Nobody be at my grandparents' house watching us, but somebody was watching us. Somebody on that block saw us.
Yep.
You can't do that no more.
Oh, you're gonna get snatched up. Be careful out here, all of my young black women who listen to this show, all of my young women in general who listen to this show. Please be safe, because people are getting kidnapped left and right, and that is not okay. I need y'all to be safe. Walk with people. If you got to carry some pepper spray or a knife, please do so. Protect yourself in the necessary means, but also look up the laws and what is allowed, because don't carry around a fucking 8-inch knife, because that's illegal in Maryland. You can have one that's about the length of your palm, which is like roughly 6 inches. Just so y'all know. Stay scrapped. So, next point. Because we was on that one for a little minute. Oof. Project Power. TJ sent this to us in our group chat. Netflix original movie that's coming out with Jamie Foxx and I can't remember the other guy's name, but I really like him. He's a good actor.
Levitt. I forgot his first name. Last name is Levitt. Something. Gordon
Levitt. Yep, that's him.
We weren't able to see him as Robin, so I'm glad to see this.
Yeah, I was pissed because he was gonna play Robin in The Dark Knight. He was in, if you've ever seen the movie Looper, he was the young assassin, and he was in Inception. He was in that movie. That was a good one.
Yes, he was.
So I'm actually interested to see how the movie's gonna go. I like the concept of it. I think it looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna watch any more trailers for it because this is something I'm interested in, and when I'm interested in a movie, I only watch one trailer. Because if you watch too many,
it gives it away.
Yeah, you figure out the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Sometimes I'll watch the beginning of a movie and I'll figure out the rest of it, and it'll just turn me off.
It's too predictable. I don't like
yes, I hate shit like that. I'm like, all right, I know how this ends.
That's why when I saw Avengers, I was a little bewildered. I was like, oh, I knew it was a part 2, but I didn't know it was going to end that bad. I was like, oh, shit.
No, it ended like terribly. Like they gave you the worst possible ending. They had everybody in there feeling for it, and they left you in your feelings for a year. It was like, here.
Hell yeah, niggas was just sad.
It was like, stew in this. We'll see you next year.
All right, so how y'all feel about that movie? Y'all excited for it?
I'm very excited. I feel like it's like Limitless mixed with like superpowers.
That's Jordan said she thought it was, what was it? Limitless mixed with Timeless or Sleepless, whatever that Jamie Foxx movie was when he was a cop.
Oh yeah, yep. It's
so
gonna be dope. I love it, and you don't know your power, and you know what? It kind of has that Bright feel as well. Will Smith.
It makes me think of One Piece.
Yo, yeah.
You don't know your power till you eat the devil fruit, but it can't kill you.
Yep.
That nigga a One Piece fan. I caught you. I'm with you. I'm on the same wavelength as him.
I like the 5-minute limit too. I think that's a cool aspect to it.
Yeah, because that makes it so that people aren't just running around with fucking powers.
Yeah, 24/7, and you can only take the pill to get it, and it lasts for 5 minutes. So you have to time when you take that pill and when you use your powers. So
yep,
it should be some cool fight scenes and everything.
I think that makes it more interesting. Like it makes it more. I don't know. I love a good strategical fight. I hate it when they just go in like boom, boom, boom. I'm bigger, stronger. I'm better. I win. Like you gotta think a little bit to win the fight, because you take it too early and the other person take it at the right time, they could possibly win.
You might, one movie I know that y'all should watch Den of Thieves. Y'all would love that movie. That movie
Den of Thieves is great.
So good.
Such a plot twist. That was a movie where I was like, it's gonna end this way, and it didn't. I was like, oh shit.
Den of Thieves did not end the way I thought it was gonna end.
And I loved it. I loved it for that reason.
I wish we see O'Shea Jackson more in movies.
He is so good at acting.
Yes. He said that, and I'm so for it, this is right on brand with Nerdy News. He said he wants to be the pioneer for video game movies. He wants to do video game movies right. He did an interview with Trevor Noah. He said that's what's next for him. He wants to get deals with every video game movie and be the director for them because he's tired of these crappy video game movies.
Well, that's all Nerdy News, because a lot of people are actually getting into that. A lot of game developers, because if you didn't know, a lot of game developers for the story writing, they get movie writers, and the movie writers actually say it's 10 times harder to write a game than it is a movie, because a game, you're writing an experience that someone's playing through. They have to experience it firsthand. Right. They're not just watching it and watching the events play out. They have to be enveloped in the experience, and you have to tailor that around a person. And if you're doing something outside of the story or side missions and stuff, they say it's like really hard and it takes so much more time and focus, because like you have to just pinpoint everything so much more accurate. I said that wrong, but you got what I meant.
We got you.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Power Book 2, Ghosts.
I'm gonna watch it, but I hope to take a shot.
I didn't
What is
finish
it? Oh, Power. I never finished the first one. I need to
I
finish.
didn't finish the first one. I'm not going to.
Did y'all know how the first one ended?
I'm pretty
No.
sure.
Can you tell me?
Ghost dies.
Ghost dies.
Spoiler.
Tariq shoots Ghost.
This whole
Tariq!
I feel like
Tariq shoots Ghost.
I feel like that was going.
Tasha tries to get her new entanglement partner. She tries to get him arrested for it, but the dude, he kind of figured out she was up to something, and he had a video of him going into a gas station when Ghost got shot, so he was safe. Tasha gets booked for it. Tariq thought he was going to get the money after killing Ghost. Tariq gets no money until he finishes a 4-year university. And the daughter doesn't get any money. Tasha gets no money. The one chick's sister, Pats, she got money. He redid Tommy's car. Tommy left and he's going to the West Coast to deal drugs for that other dude. And then who else?
No, what I wouldn't mind a Tommy spinoff. I'm not gonna lie, because I love Tommy.
Tommy gonna come back because I feel like whatchamacallit is gonna start getting good at it once he starts losing shit. Because he's just Ghost but better. I feel like Tariq's gonna get good at it, and then he's gonna have conflict with Tommy, and Tommy's gonna be like, I was gonna kill you that day, but I listened to your dad. I'm not gonna do that shit again. And they're gonna have a shootout, and Tommy's gonna have to die, of course, so they can keep the story going about Tariq.
Oh, part 2 isn't about book
Part
2.
2 is a prequel.
Book 2 is a prequel for Ghost.
It isn't. It's about Tariq in college.
I thought it was a
So
prequel.
part 2 was a book 2 was a
I thought
prequel.
they were doing 2 different spinoffs. I thought they were going to do.
There
one
are
book.
2 different ones, but I thought book 2. Looking now.
Yeah, I thought Ghost was going to be a prequel, and then they were going to do a different one with Tariq.
Nope, book 2 is about Tariq.
It's Book 2, Ghost.
And I believe it's going to be him coming into the position of Ghost. Because, he was already dealing drugs at the one school.
Tariq is a shit.
Teases aftermath. Of the power. Teases aftermath of Power finale as a spinoff. Sees Tariq and Tasha try to cover up the true identity of Ghost's. Oh, I don't want that.
They're not going to do a prequel anymore. Because people thought it was going to be a prequel because of the name, Ghost. But in reality, I'm pretty sure they just did that because Tariq is supposed to be the one becoming Ghost. I think it's really fucked up that you as a child got mad because your dad didn't want to tell you he was in the trap to get you here. And then you were salty because you didn't tell me the truth. Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking child.
Tariq is the worst. And he's not just the worst in this one. He was in another show. And I'm about to pull
every show he's in is shitty.
He was a shitty person.
He was a shitty person. I just don't. And I feel sorry for the boy because I'm starting not to like him.
Yeah,
he's becoming a Madea movie character that you just see them and you're like, yo, you a fucked up person. And they could be the best person in the movie, but you're like, no, I still don't trust you.
I don't trust, the whole movie you're just thinking he's gonna do some fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't want to watch it. Okay, I take.
But that also speaks volumes to him as an actor. Let's give his props, because if
you're able to make me hate you in everything, that means you played that role very well.
It does, because I don't hate you because you're a bad actor. I hate the character you played. But yeah, I'm not sorry, listeners. Don't look for the breakdown from me because I will not be watching book 2. I don't want nothing to do with Tariq.
I'll give it a chance. I watched what was that show? Empire for a brick. Then it got too convoluted and fucked up, so I gave up on that.
I stopped watching Empire a long time ago.
I stopped watching Power. I stopped watching Empire. I was like,
I stopped watching Empire when what's the oldest brother? Andre's wife died. Like right after that.
I think I stopped watching right after that. When they killed her, I was like, oh y'all.
I stopped watching it the first season.
All right, so this one hurts my heart to talk about. My boy Logic's retiring.
Yep.
Finally.
Fuck you.
You gotta listen. You gotta listen to this Joe Budden podcast. Oh,
yes. No, he hate Logic.
I know he does.
Likes Logic. He hates. I like Logic. I always like Logic. Under Pressure is an amazing album.
That's my thing. I like under. All right, go ahead and finish. I got a lot to say on this one.
I mean, he goes the same route, sadly, that a lot of artists do. Like, your first album is the best because you're hungry, you want it, like you go for it, and then sometimes you just die off with.
It's like a lot of people say the second album is the hardest to get by because your first album, a lot of times,
sophomore year album,
your sophomore album is your hardest because a lot of time you can take your time on your first album. You put a lot of care in it. You know, it's your breakout album. But in a lot of cases, especially nowadays, your second album is rushed because they want you to still ride the wave you're on. So like,
I like his second album. It was that album.
His second album, The Incredible True Story, was good too.
Yeah, I love that one.
The Incredible True Story wasn't as good as Under Pressure, but it was definitely like if Under Pressure was 100, The Incredible True Story was like an 85.
I would say the same thing. I was about to say 80. Yep, I feel the exact same way. Now I feel like the last album with that the suicide hotline stuff, that album, everybody was kind of weak sauce. I did not like that album. It was a couple songs in there I was like, yo, that's dope. I like the one with him and Wale going back and forth. That was dope, but I did not like that album. And he had mixtapes before and after that came, that after that one that I liked. I was like, yo, the mixtape is dope, but then the album was...
So I would say this is what I have to say. I have a lot to say on this one. Under Pressure is his best album thus far. I always liked his albums when they first came out, but months down and you gotta listen to an album multiple times.
Yeah, you don't go back to it.
Yep. I cannot go back to his music. I realized that. Like, I liked his music all when it came out, but I cannot go back to anything but Under Pressure. Really.
Under Pressure, I can go back to Under Pressure and Incredible True Story. That's the only
Incredible True Story. Yep, both of those. I can go back to both of those religiously. And Incredible True Story, I might skip one song, maybe two, but Under Pressure, I'll listen the whole way through. And I'm hoping that this album, and I think the problem is he was always trying to create new music to how he was feeling. And that's the problem, but that's also his solution. That's what he felt. That's what he felt was right to do. That's fine. That's his struggle. But at the same time, when you listen to Under Pressure, the computer program Thalia talks about how he has over 1,000 unreleased songs. I want to hear more of those because I know those have that hunger. I know they have it. I know they do.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
His problem is that he cares too much what people think.
Yes.
He says exactly that. His problem. It's exactly what his problem is. Every single song, he's trying to prove someone's wrong. He got so hung up on what Charlamagne said about him. He gets so hung up on what everyone says about him. He has to prove his blackness so much. It eats away from his music that he has. It's crazy. He just wants to prove that he's the best rapper so bad. And like we know it, like we heard it, like we heard you kill that shit, like we know you can rap, but then
you're a great rapper.
He went on Charlamagne's show and rapped while solving a Rubik's Cube.
And Charlamagne was like, he ain't feeling it.
I know, right?
Mayonnaise music. That's Charlamagne does that. He does that shit to him and Post Malone, call it mayonnaise music. That should be so hilarious.
My only thing about it is I hope that he comes out with some heat like he did with Under Pressure. The show, don't worry about proving that you're black. Just do your thing. There's one of the times where it's like, don't try and prove anybody wrong. Just do you and have fun. If he just did him and had fun, he would be up there and people would talk about him more. But it's the fact that for 2.5 albums straight, you had race being your main prerogative.
Yes.
And that gets a little tiring to hear about. Like, we get it, you're mixed, but
every song was the same content. I'm like, okay, bro, can we get something else? That's exactly how I felt. And we want him to win. He's from Maryland. We want him to win.
Yes, sir. He's from Gaithersburg though, but yes, sir.
No, Maryland. We still going to take that one.
But my thing is, it's like, all right, I think about it like this. If I hear some ATL style music, talking about shooting a nigga, busting the ass, getting my dick sucked, I'm like, yes. I don't want to keep hearing it though. Like, I want to hear it differently, but I get tired of it. Even that. And it's the same with you trying to be deep. Like, even with Kendrick, I can only listen to Kendrick so much. But I can listen to people talk about, ass and titties a little longer. So if you're doing the Kendrick route, I'm gonna need you to switch it up, like you said, his mixtapes, and he goes in and talks about ass and titties a little bit. I'm like, all right, okay, I'm with this, but then I'll go back to race, and I'm like, fuck.
But the thing is with Kendrick, Kendrick, every single song is a different topic.
It is.
That's the one thing I have to say about him. Like he get on the conscious tip, but it's not the same topic every single song. It's not about you being black and white and you being shitted on your whole life. And like Eminem did that, but Eminem did it well. He did great. Because Eminem broke it up with his party hits. He would have a serious song. He would talk about his life, talk about his drug addiction, talk about his wife and his kids and his mom, and then the next song is a club hit. So like he broke it up really well. And Logic just doesn't break it up for me. Sorry.
So I'm hoping that this next album throws out some heat. And so me and one of my friends was talking about it. We're like, so he has over 1,000 songs not released, right? Probably has more now. Do y'all think that over time he will release like, little drops, keep his money afloat? Nope. Hey, here's this. Hey, here's this. Hey, here's this. Because he said the reason he's stopping is to take care of his son. It doesn't take much to go back in the files and be like, all right, I'm gonna drop these 20 songs.
Gonna do that.
And a lot of people do that. Drake just did that shit.
I don't think
that's what he did with fucking Scorpion.
Not Scorpion. He did it with this most recent one that he just dropped.
I think he's gonna come back. That's what I think.
I think he'll come back out of retirement when his kid's like 7. Because his kid will be able to come on tour and like bring him on stage and have his kid rap or some corny shit.
Yeah, because even though a lot of people don't respect Logic as a rapper, Logic has a huge fan base. He has a huge
fan base.
And he sells out arenas. Man, my man makes
he sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. He makes money. I mean, he has a great following and he can keep it going. So I don't know why he's retired. I mean, I know why he wants to be there for his kid. I understand that. And
you can't just be a little bit of a shitty dad, just a little bit for us.
Just give the fans what they want.
No, but I feel it. And the thing about his following is a lot of that, the newer generation where you're too white for the black kids, but too black for the white, or those nerdy people who might be listening to this podcast. Hey,
that's my bag. That's my bag. Too white for black, too black for white.
So like it speaks to that group of people who have been alienated in some way, and to the white people who might not feel like they fit in with their other white friends. So that's why his groups are so big. Because I went to one of his concerts. I went to the concert for Everybody when it came out, but he also played a lot of the Incredible True Story. And it was full of white, Hispanic, and black people. And they were vibing with his songs. Niggas knew every word to every song. And the 2 songs that got the biggest, like, crowd call and response was his 1-800 song. So I knew hella niggas was suicidal in that bitch. And the song Killing Spree, which was ass, titties, pussy, money, weed. Yeah, everywhere I look at Killing Spree, I'm like, God damn.
Killing Spree was my shit. But it's the same thing with Triple X. Triple X, I didn't like his music. I mean, he had a couple of good songs that I connected with, but it wasn't for me, and he had a giant fan base.
I don't like his aggressive shit that was unnecessarily aggressive just because it was that unnecessarily aggressive. What was it? Like Young Brats?
He touched a demographic of people that needed him. And so
that's true.
What Logic does too.
Just like Juice WRLD.
Yep, just like Juice WRLD.
R.I.P. Yeah. All right. So I think I have one more note on this. Oh yes, I do. Keeping it in terms of music, August Alsina released a new song, "Entanglement."
Yes, he did. That shit is fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
I didn't listen to it yet.
I listened to a clip. I didn't listen to all of it.
You with that shit. You fucking with me. Oh my god.
I think we need to go back to the red table because she wasn't telling everything. I'm hoping she ain't still fucking him. Because if she is, then I'm sorry, Jada, but you lost a little bit of my respect because you went on a show where you had millions of viewers and you just omitted the truth, which is still lying. Like, no, she lied then because she said I still haven't talked to him in years, and like
I feel like they lied. That whole red table talk. It was just
the whole red table.
It was a show they were putting on, and like I think Diva mentioned it earlier. Last time that they're just not from that generation to be open, and I still feel like the same way I felt last week when we talked about this, that they are in an open relationship and they don't want to admit that they're in an open relationship, and they're trying to cover it up by like saying whatever, and that whole bad marriage for life was just bullshit. And I'm glad everybody's calling them on it. Like, I feel like people would connect with them more like if they just came out and say, hey, we have an open relationship, this is just what we do. That's what I feel.
I just want the truth. I feel like, so one thing I've always talked to Joy about is like when you become a public figure, especially one who puts himself in her position where you're out here air quote healing people and helping people through their problems, and you're literally someone people look to, you put yourself on a pedestal for a lot of people. So although you are human like the rest of us, we do want an explanation because you are someone we think highly of. So we want to know, should I keep thinking highly of you? Is this what you're really about? I want to know you for you at this point, because this is all I can get. I don't know you. I'm probably never going to know you. So with that being said, let me in, let me know. And when you bullshit people like that, not only does it hurt your following, but it hurts the person. Like, I'd rather you tell me the truth and tell me, yeah, I'll be fucking August, what of it? And I'd be like, yeah, she be fucking August, what of it?
That's what I said. I feel like they should just come out and be truthful. I feel like their whole Red Table Talk was just absolute bullshit. I was listening to it, I'm like, okay. Like, some of it was like some truths in their lies, but like I feel like the whole thing was bullshit. And
I know y'all heard Joe Budden talking about the girth. I was like, that was the truth.
She was knocking the bottom out.
She was shooting some shots at my man Will. Don't. That was fucked up.
A friend of mine put it up like, I want an entanglement because I want to be happy. It's been so long since I've been happy.
You saw how she said I felt good. She like closed her eyes and was thinking about the dick. Like, she was like, so long since I felt good. I'm like, goddamn.
They said Will kicked her under the table. Like, all right, move on.
No, yo, I was like, yo, was August dick that good? And then the picture on Twitter came up of him and some
I saw the picture.
I'm like, yeah, man's got the schmeat.
They were talking about the last time on Breakfast, so they're talking about the last time you've been jealous of somebody, and Charlamagne said he is jealous of dudes with big dicks, and he saw talking about the August Alsina picture. He said because him and his wife and his wife's girlfriend was kept looking at it, talking about it. he's like, I got an average size. Jealous because he talks about how his wife cheated on him once before, and he asked her, was the guy's dick bigger than hers and bigger than his, and she said to him, I've never seen nothing like it. Said, damn.
Nah.
Die with a lie.
No, don't die with a lie. I'm happy. So one thing is, I'm happy that she was honest with him. I'm happy that she was able to say that. But at the same time, like, as a man, that's gonna hurt me a little bit. I know the change shit about it.
Was the same.
But the fact you could just she didn't have to say that. She didn't have to. The part that makes me upset is that I've never seen nothing. You could say, yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, you could say it was big. You could say
it was big. It was huge.
A little bit bigger than yours. You said I never.
Yeah, you could have hit me with the slight jab. You only have to hit me with the fucking haymaker.
It was like
it wasn't like nothing I've ever seen. I didn't need to know that man had a monster cock out there.
I have a platform. Let me just say, women, stop dick shaming. Why is that okay?
Why is that body shaming?
Y'all stop pussy shaming. Hold up. Y'all not gonna do that.
When have I ever pussy shamed?
I don't understand why that's okay. It's like if
I still hit it.
If dudes publicly,
I'm gonna bite that down. She like the way I.
Like the one guy that came out just recently talking about Joe Scott, which he should be punched in the fucking mouth. You don't talk about Joe Scott.
Yo, he said Joe Scott wasn't attracted. I was putting the gloves on, ready to go.
Yes, I think Joe Scott attracted.
My girlfriend swears that Joe Scott and her are together in her head. And I be feeling away, but it's Joe Scott, so I'm like, you know what, you right.
But they can't.
Y'all saw how Joe Scott was handling that mic.
I like the way you should hear her songs, the sex songs.
You should hear her songs.
Let's take a long walk around the park after dark.
So, but you see how everyone came for him, shut him down. But as soon as like the first thing girls say out their mouth, you had a little dick anyway. Come on now.
That's always the first insult. You can have a dick the size of someone's arm, and they're gonna be like, that's why your dick's small. Bitch. This is small?
Dick small? It touches my knee. What are you talking
Doctor said your cervix was broke. What the fuck?
That's my only argument. It's like y'all dick shame and it's allowed. And it's like, okay.
The only thing I don't like about it is that girls will always preach about how we shouldn't body shame, fat shame, slut shame. But then when it comes to when it comes to men,
Gloves
Y'all will
off.
accept everything until it's like, nah, he has to have a big dick though. That's unacceptable. Like I can just be like, all right, doc, slap the big dick on me. I need to buy a new one. I can't do that.
Average should be acceptable. I watch Euphoria right now.
Oh,
Man,
I heard that's really good.
And they did a locker room scene because one of the guys is gay on there. He pretended that he's not gay, and they were talking about how he tries not to look at the dicks in the locker room. And they literally showed like 15 dicks afterwards. Like after they said that, he's like he tries not to pay attention to the guys naked in the locker room. Some of them dudes' dicks was like, oh my god, dude, you gotta see a doctor about that. Like, why
Ouch.
is your dick like the tip of my pinky? That does not make sense.
Ouch.
Now I'm dick shaming, but I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah, you are dick shaming. No, that's a general condition though. That's called micropenis. If you didn't know.
Oh yeah.
If you are listening to this podcast and you can measure your dick and it's shorter than 3 inches on the hard, please see a doctor. You have a condition known as micropenis and get some help.
You can get help. You can make it bigger.
Plastic surgery now. Yeah.
They can't make it bigger, but they will give you. Well, they will make it bigger because you never technically went through puberty properly if you have a penis less than 3 inches. Because 3 inches and less are.
Oh, Greg, they do have penis enlargement surgery.
What the fuck? What are they using to enlarge it?
They put stents in. It's like this long shaft stent. They like literally cut you right under your belly button and shove it into your skin and make your dick longer.
Sounds like it hurts.
I heard about
That sounds so fucked up just to please a woman.
I heard about it, and I had to look at the surgery for myself because I was like, how the fuck do they do that? And I got an answer.
Do you get an anesthetic or is this done awake?
I'm pretty sure I would ask for an anesthetic. I don't want all that pain in my penis. Just like I'm good with what I got. I'm sorry.
You know what'd be real crazy? If you did all that for a chick and she was like, "Yeah, I still had bigger."
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, next topic.
That was the last one I had for the news. So you know,
I got one I want to talk about.
Oh, let's go.
This absolutely saddens me. I sent it in the group text message. John Lewis died. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, John Lewis died.
And the crazy thing is, I just watched his documentary on Thursday.
Wow.
Damn.
He had a documentary come out. I think it was last month. Actually, just came out, and they dedicated his documentary to Elijah Cummings, which white people are posting pictures of Elijah Cummings thinking that he's John Lewis.
White people, please.
He dedicated his documentary to Elijah Cummings, and Elijah Cummings. I was like, damn, dude, two great people we just lost, two great black men we just lost. Like, he marched with Dr. Martin Luther King in Selma, was beaten in Selma. He's always been on the side of black people and promoting black people. He actually started working for Dr. Martin Luther King because Dr. Martin Luther King got him into college. He wrote a letter to him telling him that he wants to go to college, and he was wondering if he could write him a letter of recommendation, and Dr. Martin Luther King wrote it for him. And after he got out of college, that's exactly where he went to. He went right back to go work with him to push further the movement. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for this man. And rest in peace.
Yeah, Black History.
Yep.
All right. Any other news? Diva, you got any news for us?
Not really. Disney, guys, if you want Disney news, I'm gonna give it. Disney, I think Hong Kong, not Shanghai, shut down again. So we'll see what happens with
told you that shit would fucking happen. Listen.
Well, no, they've been open for a while. They've been open since Disney in China has been open probably since April. So we had a little run.
Shit.
We'll see when we shut down. Still open. Shouldn't be because Florida is ass. But we'll see.
The Magic School Bus author dies at 75.
Yeah, she does. I did see that.
We all watched that. Also, like I mentioned something, they had a BuzzFeed article of list of voice. Tammy sent it to me of list of voice actors who worked on Avatar. Since we're getting into Avatar, I did not know Tinashe was on there.
Really?
Tinashe, the singer, I
didn't look at the list, but I saw there was a lot of like stars who voiced the Avatar.
Yes, I was like, okay, that's crazy. Serena Williams was on one, but Tinashe played when Aang went to the Fire Nation school. when they were undercover and he went to school.
Oh, she was the chick, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was the chick. Yes, I was like, oh crap, I didn't know that. But yeah.
So I'm not mistaken, but Iroh in the new one is. Hey, I didn't know she played her. Is you know the girl who is in what is she in? The Dates movie with what should call it? It was two guys' name and they need dates. What's the guy's name? With Zac Efron and that weird.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about though.
She played Eska, right?
Yeah, she plays Eska.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Look at this. Oh no! Don't click on that girl.
And the girl from Parenthood plays Katara. Like it was a lot of people. I was like, I did not know they played that.
Yeah, you. So.
All right. So now we can get into the actual topic of the show today, and that is the Legend of Korra. I will be honest with you guys. I didn't finish it. I'm gonna finish it this week. I got to season 3, but I didn't finish.
And a lot of people are gonna be mad at me, but I think I like Korra. People don't like her. I like it just as much as the original.
I agree.
This is the only thing. Like a lot of this, the second one, okay, it's not as good as the usual with a lot of stuff. It's not as good as the first one. But Korra, I think, is just as good. It's different. It's very different. She's obviously a different person, and her challenges are different. The things that she go through, that whole I want to say, was it third book?
I haven't gotten to
the fourth book when she's trying to find herself after she was broken and she enters like a fight club and stuff like that. Oh my God, it's so good.
I haven't gotten on that, but just so episode 2 did a good job about it. I was talking to Greg about it earlier before you got on. I think she is a lot like Avatar 1, and you see that at the end of episode 4. But I was saying it to myself, I had wrote it down talk point. Avatar Korra is a lot like Avatar 1. Because she wants to do good. And yes, sometimes she's selfish. I mean, that's normal behavior. Everybody has selfish moments. But she really, really wants to do good. And she goes out of her way to do good. But she, in that good, she makes a lot of mistakes. Like trusting her uncle, without, just hearing everybody out and giving it a chance and kind of taking time to trust him. So with trusting her uncle, and what else did she do that was jumping to she just jumps to conclusions a lot and then tries to solve a problem without knowing all the facts. Which Avatar Wong did a lot. He did that with robbing the fire from the fire turtle when he first lived in the spirit world. He, was just attacking spirits and didn't just take the time to get to know him. He eventually did, but didn't at first. What else did he do? Oh, he separated Rava and Vatu. So just little things like that. Trying to do good, but from a place of ignorance is...
I think the point of that and her brashness is to show you... Because let's say we got another avatar, and that avatar was I'm not
just saying her brashness, because that's her personality. That's what's special about her personality. She is brash, and that's fine. I'm talking more so about hold on. Do you know the villain in season 4 is Robin Williams' daughter?
Tough.
Anyway, sorry. Side note, just saw that. But okay, so what does she do? I gotta think it through. Okay, not the brashness of it, not more of her aggressive nature of doing things, just how she does things. So how she.
I was trying to say I'm saying the reason that they made Korra the way she is, even if it is one, is to be contrast to Aang, who thought everything through, was methodical, who didn't want to hurt people, who didn't.
But that's not the part I'm talking about. But keep going. I understand. This is a good point.
Yeah, this is the point I was just trying to make. They made her the opposite, not the opposite, but very different in contrast to Aang. She was someone who, she was head first. She was headstrong too. Aang listened to people and learned from everyone. Korra kinda gets the information, doesn't listen, falls on her ass, and then listens.
Yeah, but that's what happened. That's the same thing that happened with Avatar Wong, I feel like. And so that's why I said she's a lot like him, whereas maybe not in nature, because her nature is very, I guess, rugged in nature, but in intent and how she goes about things, it's okay, I like just assume that she has all the facts from what she sees and then just acts from there instead of, like you said, like Aang, gathering all the facts and waiting to act. And of course that's why she had such a difficulty with airbending, because she didn't wait and listen. And that's why, like, even on the first episode, they say, yes, you've mastered you've mastered these 3 elements, but you've mastered the aggressiveness of it. They said you don't have technique in your bending. It's just aggressive and it works. Which, granted, that's why she was better at learning, pro bending techniques. But I feel like that's all, like, to say she reminds me a lot of Avatar Wong. Wow, that is so wrong. Wong, that one.
I mean, I also would say that they did that because Juan was introduced, in season 2, but I think they made her seem more like that later on because Juan was the first. He had no direction. He had to figure it out. And once again, he's contrasted to her. She's now the first again.
That was the same even in season 1. Because look, when she first gets to Republic City in season 1, she tries to stop the triad gang from, not terrorizing, but robbing these people. And and they're like, no, we have police here. Like, you don't have to do that. But she's like, I'm the Avatar. I'm supposed to. They were doing bad. And it was like, well, look what you did. You did damage. So it's like stuff like that. I think from the beginning, she was like that. I don't think it was something I think it was highlighted in season 2 and you were able to see it more because you had something to compare it to. But I feel like just looking back, like just watching it all together, looking back, she was like this from the beginning.
Okay. I cannot disagree with your point. Something I also liked, something that you mentioned, that she didn't learn through traditional means how to do all the other bending techniques. At the age of 5, she knew that she could do all the shit.
Right.
She was doing all the shit. And she had to learn her technique from pro bending because she, in this day and age, what was it, 66 years later from where we were, technically, what was that? 82 years, because she had to be 16. So 82 years from when we last saw Aang. This is really interesting to see because people aren't doing traditional bending techniques that they've been doing.
And that's what she was saying. Even to fight crime, I need to be able to move because, traditionally you're standing still. But when you're doing pro bending, you're on the move the whole time.
And the one thing that really hindered her was her family. They were so afraid that because of the Red Lotus that they kept her under wraps and they didn't allow her to travel the world. In previous years, the Avatar traveled the world and found their own masters and learned each thing, but they did not want any harm to come to her, so they kept her in one location and had masters come to her.
No, you got to get that ass beat, Korra.
Yeah. Which she does. That's what book 4. Book 4, she does that. She starts traveling.
Book 4 is one long ass whooping, dog.
She travels the world. Corvira whips her ass. Ridiculous. Oh my god, it's really bad. And
didn't Toph's daughter kick her ass?
Suyin.
Yeah.
No. Was it Sue or what was it? What was the other one?
It was the one that could bend.
Both of them could bend.
The one that was the police chief.
Oh yeah, that's Sue. Yes, Sue whooped her ass. And what's her name teaches her metal bending, even though Sue should have. I don't know why Sue didn't. The other sister, and I cannot remember her name right now.
I got a gift I'm gonna send y'all that is so perfect. Her name?
And then I love Toph's granddaughter. Toph's granddaughter is amazing.
I haven't gotten there yet. She's
a bad parent.
Opal Toph.
Opal, yes, I know exactly.
All the Toph grandkids are amazing. Jinye, the twins, they are dope as shit.
I can't wait.
The twins,
I think the best thing about watching Avatar Korra is knowing the ending. So when I see her and Mako together, I'm like, leave him now.
Let me save you the pain.
Right.
They were a cool couple. What the fuck, dog? I was happy when they got together.
No, I was happy, of course, because you watch her kind of be in the back to Asami, but I'm like, no, you don't want. I promise, you want her. Don't hate her. Don't be mad.
I don't think she ever wanted her until after they started becoming cool. She didn't like her in the beginning, but they grew on each other.
Yes, but on Team Avatar, they were cool. So, but it's just watching it. It's just like,
look, nigga, if I'm going to war with you, I would hope that I'm at least cool with you on the battlefield. I'm not trying to get shot.
The one thing I would say that she had the best villains because villains.
They made her grow.
Yeah, the villains that you can actually connect with and see their point, and you can actually get behind their theories.
She even
make
said
the best villains.
And
you weren't here for that episode, were you, TJ? Where me and Benta talked about villains.
Yeah, he missed that.
No, I missed that one.
We basically came to the conclusion that a good villain is someone whose point you agree with, and you're like, yeah, that does make sense. But you look at them and like, you're going about this as the entirely wrong way.
Your method is horrible. Like, all of them had great. Let's start with Among. Among, he was the he wanted more rights for non-benders,
which is like great.
Yeah, non-benders are always getting shit on. Look at Cabbage Man.
Cabbage Man.
Yeah, but they always get shit on. So he just wanted more rights. He did it the wrong way, and he was also a fraud because he was a bender.
Yeah,
but
right. It was a whole lot of.
But he was doing something good for the other group.
Yes, and that was the thing. Like, even so, like, Amon's point, he wanted equality, but he went about equality the wrong way. You don't have to take away people's bending for everybody to be equal, but you can give these people rights, laws wise and protection wise to help make them better. But he went about it the complete wrong way. He was sitting here just taking niggas bending.
And they also needed representation, I feel like, and which they end up getting, because the new president, I don't think he wasn't a bender, but they did need representation in the council and everything else, which they did not have.
Right. And so it's just a combination of things. And then so now we go to season 2 with her uncle. Her uncle is right, because she says in the end, he's right. I should leave the gates open. Like, we should be able to live in peace. Like, and I feel like that's just another form of balance that she's creating. Now that I feel like it's like layers upon each other. So like the first season was about balance between benders and non-benders. Now, because Avatar Aang was balance between the benders. And then Avatar Korra season 1 is balance between benders and non-benders. And season 2 is finding the balance between the material world and the spiritual
world. Yep, I absolutely agree.
I feel like she's still doing her job, and she says, my uncle's right. Maybe I do need to. This is my destiny to open the gates, leave it open, and find this balance. I feel like that's great. Now, granted, I didn't see season 3 or 4 yet, so I don't know what happens.
It was a great idea for her to leave the spirit world open. That's what season 3 is about. Book 3 is all about them trying to balance. Now that it's open, what are we going to do? What is Earth like now that the spirit world is open and that we are all connected? And I love
airbenders, right?
Yeah, that's when they get the new airbenders came. Yep. So
what had to be in balance, dog? It wasn't in balance. I'd be happy as fuck if I just got powers when shit.
You gotta see book 3, because some people aren't. They don't want it. They don't care about it. Yeah.
Because they make it a big point to like, because you're an airbender now, you have to learn the airbender ways. You have to become an air nomad and be able to airbend and stuff like that.
That was Tenzin.
Yeah. Of course it was.
Sucked. He didn't suck all the way, but he was an annoying parent. He was always that parent that's like, all right, make sure you do your homework. And I'm like, fuck. Tenzin, have some fun. Shit.
But
Tenzin, yeah.
I want to get back on her uncle. Her uncle, his thoughts, his ideas were great, but he was greedy and selfish.
He was.
He wanted what she had, basically.
Right, and he literally wanted to be the Avatar. He felt, and his brother said it. What episode was that? He said, I don't remember what episode it was. It was before the Civil War started. He said, no, she said it to him. She said, no, the brother said it to him. He said, it was right when he got arrested. He said, you wanted what I have and you stole the throne from me. And then it must have eaten you up inside, you being the spiritual one, me having the Avatar as a daughter. After my banishment and coming back and doing so well here, that the Avatar is my daughter. I was like, ooh, the shots. And that's why he was so easily, coerced by
Batu.
I want to say Bantu, but that's a hairstyle.
That nigga was the Negatar and could only waterbend. That's trash.
So when he did it, I said, he only waterbend? Because I remember Rava had to hold the other bendings. If he don't got the other elements, he don't.
And
get
he would have to go to
that.
lion turtles to be able to do it.
Yep. So he could only just bend water bend. He could bend.
So if
energy.
he died, right? Did that mean that every other Negatar after that would be a waterbender?
I don't know. I don't know how that would work. And I don't know if he would be reborn because she pulls him out of it.
I know. Yeah. If he were to die with Batu in her, then that means Batu would have been reborn in another waterbender.
Yep.
Love the idea of the evil avatar, and I wish they bring it back. I would like to see someone, like, if they do another one, someone go find Batu and then join with him again. I would love.
I want them to do it, and then I want them to have like a book be them trying to stop them from fighting the lion turtles, and then let them get like 3, almost 4, and then they get the 4th one anyway.
Yep.
But they can't master the avatar state. That'd be dope.
That'd be dope. I would love to see that. And then
that goes hand in hand with my idea of the next avatar being a sandbender. I don't know what his name would be, but be an airbender like, so earthbending's hard for him to learn, but he gets everything else kind of quickly. That'd be nice.
I would, and then my favorite villain is he's one of my top favorite villains. I love Zaire.
Is it here?
I love him. I love his whole character, everything about him. He was absolutely crazy. He just wanted to see the world at balance, and his view of balance was chaos. The natural state of the world should be chaos.
Well, that is the actual natural state of the universe. Entropy is the natural state of the universe. So seeing things in chaos technically means they're in order. Technically.
Yep. It's like when you.
So that's the only count. What is that? Chaos is like the only thing that's constant.
Yes.
Yes.
And he had to lose everything to fully realize the airbending power, and he's the only one that has been able to do it in what was like centuries. That was able to fly without any gliders or anything like that. He's just able
because he had to give up everything.
He had to release his tethers and step into the void.
Yep.
Which he lost his wife or girlfriend, Pali. That she went out horribly. That was a crazy death.
Don't talk about it. I ain't seen it yet.
Oh my god! I'm about to spoil it. You spoil it for everybody else that's listening.
All right, but I'm on the show. Fuck.
He said, "Fuck them. I'm on the show.
Fuck them. I'm on the show. No. Hold up. I'm gonna take my headphones off and then just message you when you done.
No. You good? We good. I don't gotta talk about it. But the death is wild. That whole fight scene is amazing. The Order of the Red Lotus is a great concept. I love that they came up with that. And basically, like I said, he felt like civilization was horrible. He tired of people being oppressed and people just being hurt. And he was like, in his idea of a perfect world, a man could be who he want and do what he want. He can go out. It's like, oh, I like this plot of land. I'm gonna start farming here and raise a family here. He can just go do that without rules and regulations and people telling him what to do and checks and balances and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, but then someone could just come up and
come over and just kill you and take your land. That's what could happen.
If I want your shit, I want it, and I'm stronger than you, so give me your shit.
Yep.
So, he has flaws in his plan, but I like the vision.
That's what Joe Rogan talks about all the time. He's like, back in the past, he was like, the laws of the world was the strongest is the people who rule everything. He's like, if you're the strongest, you rule. That's your only power. It's not like I got political power, I got money, I got this. Well, that came later, but before it was like, I'm the strongest, I want this, I'm going to take it from you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The weak also had the ability to gather. And that's what they had against the strong. And that's where brains versus brawn came in the matter of survival. If you have 10 smaller people and one really strong guy, they can take out the strong guy and divide it evenly, but that's not how life works. We don't do things evenly.
And then lastly, my girl Kuvira, Kuvira was the great uniter. Oh yeah, that's when the fights really got good. I'll tell you, book 4, the fight scenes are amazing. They get good. And I'm gonna look it up because I'm mad I can't not remember her name. Toph's youngest daughter. She was in Toph's youngest daughter's army. So when they go to fight Zaire. She helps them out. But then after they get rid of Zaire, Zaire killed the Earth Queen. So it was a power vacuum after that. And they all turned to Toph's daughter to step up. They wanted her to take over. It's like, look, you run the most profitable, besides, what's the city called?
Boston Say?
Boston Say. Besides Boston Say, you run the most powerful city in the Earth Kingdom, which was Zaofu. And she was like, we want you to step up and take over all of the Earth Kingdom. And she says she doesn't want that. She doesn't feel like she should have, no one man should have all that power. She didn't want all the power to run all of the Earth Kingdom. So they gift the task to Kuvira to take over and step up. And Kuvira steps up. She said, well, if she's not going to do it, I'll help out and I'll help unite the Earth Kingdom. And so Kuvira starts going around and from town to town, to city to city to city, getting every city in line and falling under her regime. And as she's having that, of course, her head's getting big now. She has a great following. People are falling in love with her. Yes, you're finally uniting the Earth Kingdom. And that's when shit starts getting toxic because she starts feeling herself. And she's like, well, if I'm this great of a person, because her job was to unite the Earth Kingdom, then hand it over to the rightful monarchy, which was supposed to be Prince Wu. He was supposed to be the next president. I mean, the king of the Earth Kingdom. But then she looks at it. She said, look, we're tired of it. We're tired of being ruled by kings and queens who don't give a shit. Because you see the condition of Bossing Say when they go visit, how Mako and Bolin's family are living in filth. Like even when through the rings, even when they're driving on the train and the train takes you through the rings and you go through the outer ring and the outer ring just smells horrible. They all say that. They even talk about it in the first Avatar series about how poor they were. So she gets sick of it and she doesn't want to take it. She doesn't want to hand over the reins to him. And she's like, look, I'm taking it over. She calls herself the Great Uniter. And she decides to, but then she turns into basically Hitler. She starts. She's
oh shit!
Yeah, it gets bad. She's people that don't want to fall in line with her that lives in the Earth Kingdom. She puts them in concentration work camps. She starts doing experimentations, like crazy experimentations, just like Hitler did with scientists and stuff like that. She finds the spirit vines and she learns to harness the energy from the spirit vines and uses it as a weapon. And then Korra decides she's going to go shut her down, but Korra, of course, isn't in her right state of mind yet because Korra just was broken from Zaire. She wasn't able to walk for months. She finally was able to walk.
Right, because then she had like iron or some shit in her.
Yeah, they had a metal poison. I don't know if it was like iron, mercury, or something like that. They bended it into her body.
Right, and then they were able to bend it out, but it was still toxic.
It was still stuff left in there, and you end up finding out later that Toph tells her. Toph's like, you want the toxin stuck in you. He's like, you're not ready to become the Avatar again. You're afraid. You're still afraid. Whatever Zaire did to you is stuck with you, and you're afraid to move on past it. And so she goes to fight her the first time, gets her ass handed to her. Kuvira is a monster. She is a very skilled metal bender. Like she knows what she like. How Zaire was amazing at airbending, she was amazing at metal bending. She wears a whole suit of armor, and the suit of armor of course, is made of metal, and she can manipulate that metal. It has made of a bunch of like metal sheets. So her style is that she shoots off the metal sheets out of her arms. Her style of bending is crazy. She takes metal bending to a next level, and like you see it like in the first scene, the first episode when they show her like uniting people. Some bandits try to take her train, and her army comes out to fight the bandits. She said, "No, I got this." She steps out and she just starts handcuffing everybody. So she shoots these metal shoots out like fast as bullets, and they wrap around people's arms and just handcuff them. She's amazing. She takes Korra out, and even when Korra gets the poison out of her, and then gets back in like the final fight scene with them two, Korra still is not like 100% on Kuvira level. They fight for a good minute. Great show. Oh my god, I'm about to go back and watch it again now. But Kuvira was no match for Toph. I'm just going to tell you that. Toph shows up, and because Kuvira kidnaps the whole family and was about to execute him and stuff like that, Toph shows up to save her family, takes out Kuvira's whole army with one move, and then leaves.
Sound like Toph. She had time to perfect her bending. She old.
Takes out the whole, like, it's amazing. She takes it out, and she doesn't want to fight her. She tells her, she's like, you give metal bending a bad name, and then she leaves.
LOL.
Toph says that she's too old. She says that it's time for the young kids to step up and take over and protect this world. I'm too old for it. Even though she could have took her out. I think she could have took her out.
I believe
Anything else y'all want to talk about?
No.
I think we did it justice.
Yes.
Like at Legend of Korra is just as great as the Avatar, and I feel like it is a great sequel. Like it just does like the world bending, the difference, it still has that character development, the different, like, even though the characters are so different. None of the characters.
We had a character come out the closet.
We did, but none of the characters, and it's not like, oh, we took Aang and made the Aang character a waterbender, and so we have like this lucky go for it. Like it's not like they just changed the team around. It is a brand new team. It's different. It's fresh.
It's a great team. I love Bolin. Like I love Bolin character.
Bolin is the comic relief. He's so great.
He's a comic relief, but his development is on brand with Sokka's development too. You see Sokka go from the comic relief to become this crazy swordsman, and you see Bolin become this crazy bender. Yeah, he was great at earthbending before, but it's like his other aspects that he needed to work on in his life. Like after he becomes a mover star, that's what they call him there. He becomes a movie star. People know who he is, and he just changes so much after meeting his grandmother and meeting his family, and he joins Kuvira. Like Bolin actually starts working for Kuvira because he thinks she's doing the right thing and helping out, but of course he's naive and he's just following along. And he finds out what happens, and him, like you see like in book 3 when he tries to learn the earthbend, and he just hates that he can't earthbend. He tries so hard. And
you mean metal bend?
Yeah, I'm sorry, metal bend. He tries to metal bend. Korra gets it so easy. Him and Korra take lessons together, and Korra's getting it so easy, and Bolin's like, whatever, I don't want to do this. And then when his life is faced with danger and like he's about to die, and he just learns lava bending like it's nothing. And lava bending is a monster. Like I want to see more of that.
All right. Well, we're out of 10.
Yeah, I think we need to wrap up. Don't you got like a dinner date?
I do. Yeah. I just got back, so we're going to dinner.
Other than that, how's everyone else's life before we go?
Oh yeah, we
just want to check that I just said rate out of fucking 10.
Oh, my bad. We didn't hear you.
We didn't hear you. Your voice keeps going distorted. So
yeah, you went distorted.
Yeah.
What did you say? Rate out of 10? I
get
a 9. I get a strong 9.
Same here.
Strong 9?
Yep.
Yeah, Korra does some things that really, really aggravate my soul, so I can't give it a 10. But I do definitely give it a
9. I'll give it 8 point.
She's a moody
7.
She's a moody teenager. That's all I got.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say moody woman, and I was about to say, hey, stop it.
I'm not trying to get canceled today. What are you talking
about? I hate teenagers. I hate them.
You are a teenager. You are moody.
And my mom hated me. I called my mom and I was like, Mommy, I'm so sorry. Like, I apologized for my moodiness because I was like, damn, I was a bitch. Like, how did you put up with me? Like, how did you not punch me in the face? Punch me in the face. So yeah.
I would like to punch you in the face.
You can't punch me in the face. I'm an adult now.
That's why I want to punch you in the face. All right, so I don't have anything else to add, but to be safe, wear your mask and don't cough on anybody because that's fucking disgusting.
How he's doing? How are you doing?
Yeah, I was asking how you were doing. You said your week was crazy. I'm just trying to check up on your mental health, sir.
Oh yeah, you was like, you need to talk about it. No, just at my job, it's punch outs, and we're trying to get out of the hospital within the next 7 days because the nurses start their training. So it's just craziness with us trying to finish because they're fucking up walls, putting in furniture. So we're just trying to get out of there as soon as possible because if we don't, then they're gonna want us to fix more shit, and we just want to get out because the job's not supposed to be done. But they start doing surgeries on August 10th. So good luck to the person who goes in there first. Godspeed, and I wish you perfect health on August 10th when you get your first surgery, whoever you are. We worked very hard to build this hospital. But that's it. It's been that and just trying to get organized because I've been starting to try and draw more and get back into trying to write my manga and shit. So just trying to figure out what I want to do and what skills I want to do now. And then you texted me about the mead. I'm like, God damn it. So
I did figure out you can make vegan mead. They make vegan mead out of agave.
Nice.
Ooh, I love agave.
Now it's time to do it with jackfruit.
Agave. Okay, well, I've been doing pretty good. I was on vacation this week, so it was really nice. I got to see 3 of my 4 best friends from college, and we just spent the week, 5 days in a beach house. But I go back to work and I have a deadline on Mondays.
Yeah, where you go?
We went to Delaware, so like right outside Rehoboth. Well, basically Rehoboth, but like.
Oh! I helped Uncle Mike too.
Oh yeah, you did the thing. How did the thing go?
What thing?
Oh yeah, you don't get on Facebook enough. Uncle Mike had a stock presentation that he wants to do a series about, and I recorded it for him. I'm gonna edit some of the parts of the video and stuff and send it back to him so he can post it on Facebook. And he wants to do a podcast like us, so we inspiring people, and he might actually be our first sponsor with his t-shirt company.
Oh, okay. All right, Uncle Mike.
I definitely pay $30 a month so we can keep all our podcasts out. So.
Wait, what? You do?
Yeah, you guys didn't know that? You have to pay for these things.
We did not know that. Thank you.
It's not that bad.
All right, yeah. We got our first check and going to you.
I'm just gonna pay the thing. I'm just gonna pay the thing.
So don't forget to definitely rate this podcast. iPhones who I know didn't do it because I took the iPad I got and I fucking rated it. It's got like 6 ratings and we got like 60 people that listen to this shit. Just rate it. Goddamn. Yeah.
Oh, how was my week?
Yeah.
Hectic. My boss was on vacation this week, so of course I had to cover for him. It's absolutely ridiculous. Worked all day. Usually, like, we get like an hour lunch break. I was like, fuck it, I'm not taking a lunch. I'll just do lunch. Worked all week like crazy. Of course, I'm still getting up and running 4:00 in the goddamn morning every day. 6 miles. Did 7 miles on Saturday. I'm not Saturday, on Friday I did 7 miles.
Like a crazy person.
I am a crazy person. You got it. That's how you become, like, if you want to get to the level that you want to get to, you got to do something that you don't think is normal. It's like, okay,
change doesn't come from being comfortable.
Yep.
I'm trying to be an anime bod type motherfucker with like 2% body fat.
Same here. I mean, I'm not trying to get to 2%, but I'm just trying to lose some weight, and I have been losing weight like crazy. I'm down to 203 now. Yeah, 203.
How are you not 100 pounds yet? I am honestly surprised. You eat vegetables and run.
Yeah, run like crazy. And I started doing push-ups and sit-ups every day. So I go for my 6 mile run.
So you might be building muscle mass.
Are you becoming One Punch Man?
Yes, I'm doing a One Punch Man. Yes, I am. I haven't been doing. I've been doing 50 push-ups a day. I need to do 100. So it's 100 push-ups. It's 6 miles, 100 push-ups, 100 squats. And I don't know how he do 100 squats after doing 6 miles, but 100 squats and 100 sit-ups. That's how many he did every day. So yeah, I'm doing One Punch Man workout.
If you lose your hair, then we know.
I gotta cut my hair soon too. So
yeah,
I've been growing this for 12 years now.
Ooh.
And I gotta cut my hair soon.
That's forever.
Yep. Went kayaking this morning. First time getting the kayaks out for the summer. I mean, it's been COVID like crazy. So I was like, all right, let's get up early in the morning, get out there for no one's out there. And let me tell you, I went kayaking in Trump country. We went to near where Greg lived, not too far. It's Middle River.
I know exactly where that is.
Was it Walton Point Park? That's what we went.
I've been there a couple times. That's where we used to go tubing. Mm-hmm.
So we went kayaking around. Every single house, every single boat had Trump flags everywhere. Keep America great. The dude rode by me on a kayak with a Trump flag on the back of his kayak. I was like, come on, bro. And then I saw one. You're not gonna believe this. Keep America Great 2020, and then right next to it, Black Lives Matter. I said, okay, well, at least you got the Black Lives Matter, because not everyone votes for Trump for everything that he believes in. Some people vote for him for money reasons as well.
Yeah.
Some people vote for him because they feel as if he's the lesser of two evils. I found that out about a lot of people I work with today.
Yep.
Or the other day. It was very interesting. I just keep quiet when it comes to politics. I don't say shit.
Yeah. Same here. But Greg, did you listen to that podcast I sent you yet with the money stuff?
No. Joe Budden all week.
Oh, you got to listen to it. So I sent Greg a podcast. It's this guy who is a financial planner and all that other stuff. He just investment banker. He deals with a lot of money stuff, and he writes books. He has a podcast on it, and he's talking about how he voted for Trump and whenever Trump ran 2016, when he voted for Trump in 2016, because he felt like the economy was inflated on the stock market, which we do. We base our economy off the stock market, and he thinks that it's a bubble. It's an inflated bubble that's not a real money set, and that we are losing value in the American dollar like crazy. And he blames Obama for a lot of it, and which black people don't want to say about Obama. Obama did do a lot of bad things as president. I just want to point that out. Y'all can hate me and kill me because I've got it before. I got trashed in 2016. Like, I got into a lot of arguments with black people on social media because I was against Hillary, and I was like, well, Obama was in office and he did some bad things. And
that's why I'm against Biden. He's like, I want to do the same thing Obama did. No,
bro. I mean, it's a very hard job. No one's going to be perfect at it. We know that, but I'm just saying that he did do some bad things. He did some great things too. He did some amazingly great things. Some things that's going to go down in the history books. So I'm not trying to trash him at all.
Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Which is the only point that most people are only going to have about him.
But how about healthcare for all? That was
healthcare for all. Marriage, gay marriage.
That's not going to get overshadowed anytime soon.
So,
actually, that might get overshadowed because some countries in the Midwest are trying to make it illegal for homosexual couples to adopt children.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah. So that's the only reason why he voted for Trump, because he thought Trump was going to fix the money issues, but he didn't. Of course, we all knew that. I knew that Trump wasn't going to do shit.
But I knew that who Trump was, not because he was a Republican.
Like look at his history with his money. He always fucks up his company. So like, why would he fix this?
Not good.
America's your company. I'm a little scared.
And he got bailed.
It's a company.
And he got bailed out by America several times. So you're getting your money from America. Why would I trust you? But yeah, that's why he voted for Trump, and he says he's not voting for Trump this year at all. And he like breaks down like where our money is going and how keep bailing people out, even from just bailing people out from the coronavirus, it's ultimately going to hurt us in the long run. It's going to get bad out there. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, it is.
So save your money, people.
Please.
He's talking about stocking up on gold. He's like, the price of, he was like, last time he did the podcast with Joe Rogan last year, it was like $1,000 for gold, and now is up to 16. He's like, so the American dollar value is dropping rapidly. But he was like, stock up gold. I said, I'll stock up gold and I'll stock up guns. How about that?
Gold and guns, people.
You know what I'm gonna stock up on? Because the apocalypse is coming. Canned food.
Canned food.
That's gold, nigga.
Rice. Another thing. We're starting a garden.
As soon as I get a place, I plan to have a garden. Actually,
there's
gardening tips from a guy who I worked with. He was giving me a lot of good gardening tips on like what plants to group together because they'll protect each other. It was very interesting.
There's apps for that.
Yeah, get a guinea fowl.
I got apps, and it tells you how to plan your garden and stuff like that. So we got land behind our house. My plan is to buy that land. So there's a creek that runs behind our house. It kept flooding, and so that those houses got destroyed. Baltimore County brought up the land, knocked down the houses, and I'm trying to contact Baltimore County, see about buying the land, and I want to turn that into a whole garden, grow all the vegetables that I need.
Those houses,
Yeah, the houses are gone. The house is gone. They completely demolished all the houses. It's just land. I've seen baby deers playing out there this morning. I opened up my back doors, baby deers running around back and forth. Yep, I'm trying to be like, because I live right there on the creek. Easily get a water filter that I can suck water out of from the creek that filters in. I can get solar power to power the house and grow my own garden. I'll be good for a while.
You'll probably need some type of irrigation system because you know that flooding is going to be a general problem. So you're probably also going to replace the dirt because that dirt's probably marshy now to where it's gonna fall apart. But
I was doing what's the name? Raised beds.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. So that's interesting. We probably should have did this at the beginning, but
it's okay.
We can get the next time. Learning experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're still a young podcast, episode 13. We aren't like fucking Joe Budden where we had 18,000 people by episode 7. I think we got like Ben said like 55 in the beginning.
Like that's our max. I can tell you right now, I actually have it open today. 2 seconds. Stats. Show me the stats. So
show them to me.
Shout out to all you guys who keep us holding steady at about 30 listeners total per episode. We love you guys. And our max amount of listeners. Where'd it go? Oh, there. 65. The max amount of listeners we've ever had per episode, which being an unknown podcast, just doing our thing, I feel like is amazing. So we thank you guys. We even have some international listeners now, so welcome. If you didn't get any of Baltimore references, sorry, but this should give you a chance to go Google Baltimore slang and you can use it.
I guess so Ben, one of my friends was talking to me about how she listens to podcasts. She listened to the Let's Put You On episode. She likes Parasite, so fuck you. Secondly, she also said your voice is very soothing.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I like to talk, so it's good to know that because I talk a lot.
Yeah. So that was interesting to hear. But thanks to all our listeners once again. Also rate us on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you share this so we can get more listeners. We're trying to get big. We're trying to get this dog. I'm trying to get paid. Let's go.
Amen.
I got mouths to feed.
You have mouth to feed, right? You only got one
mouth. I got mouths to feed. I'm feeding my mouth. I'm feeding George's mouth. I'm feeding Dean's mouth. We feeding.
Well, I got mouths to feed too, so let's do this. Thank you guys. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, but
take us out, Greg.
Alrighty then. So with that comes the conclusion of episode 14 of the Be More Nerdy podcast. With this episode being about Korra, this has been nice. I don't have any witty one-liners for this one, but yeah, I usually have one. But make sure to follow me on IG, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. There we go. Also, put this in perspective. My Twitch account, I've had it for about a year. I try to stream. I maybe get 1 or 2 viewers every now and again. This is like 65 listeners on the first video, and it goes down as it goes up, and that's normal. But like 65, 55, 40, like I have never had that many views on my Twitch videos. My YouTube videos, yes, because those have been up for years now. But Twitch, nah. So we're doing better than my Twitch account. So that's fucking hilarious. But be sure to follow me on there at Galaxy Greg, spelled GA1AXY GR3G. Be sure to also follow the podcast at Be More Nerdy Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. That's where we post our updates and when we will be posting new episodes. New episodes come out every Tuesday if you did not know. So always be on the lookout for us. Am I missing anything?
Tuesday?
Fuck you.
Okay. No, it is Tuesday. He's right. I am your other co-host, Diva XOXO. You can follow me on Instagram at Always the Diva. As always, a special shout out to Niles for our intro, background music, and outro music. You can follow him on all social media. You can follow him on all things where music is released, Spotify, Instagram, iTunes. And yeah, I think that's everything. It's been a while, guys. Sorry, I'm a little shaky.
All right, guess it's me. You can follow me at Timeless T Jones on all social media outlets. I am not on there like crazy, but I'll check it out every week and see if somebody comments. And please, everyone, let us know what you want to hear. We got a bunch of topics already geared up, but we would love your input. We'd love to see where this podcast goes. I love that we are adding the nerdy news so we can talk about different topics besides nerdy stuff. I mean, we're all into the nerdy stuff, but like there's a lot of things going on in the world that just needs to be put in the forefront. So just having us talk about it, and like Diva said last time, this is like therapy for us. So us talking together, and I would like to do something with the rest of our family, get us all in there just talking and record it. That would be wild.
Yeah, because we all need therapy.
Yes, we do. I feel like just about everyone does. Not everyone's perfect. Everyone has a background. Everyone has pain and trauma they need to get out there, and sometimes this helps just talking to somebody. So thank you two for having me on the show with you.
Yeah, man. No problem, because you guys definitely. That's something I look forward to every week. Just being able to talk about shit with you guys. So it's definitely a good therapy. But all our listeners, don't think y'all can do this. It's our thing. Stay out of our bag. I love y'all. Stay out of our bag.
We like the competition.
All right, with that concludes the episode of 14. And as always, I'm Galaxy Greg, and Space Awaits. Until next time, peace.
Follow dummies.
Craig, get out of here.
Bye,
Look,
Craig.
I got a copy and